Listen, Cógan agus Billy, an dá Billy, tá súlagam gnéireoir go geall leis an leabhar, tá ceiliúnt agus mór bheasadul chuút, agus tá súlagam agus tá áhasaram go bhfuil na slóite tá go amach an locht I Listowel chun tacaíocht óntach a thuairt dá fear chorcaí a ha sa tómra céanna le héadí Jack Lynch, Christy Rain agus inis Billy Morgan. Billy Morgan.
Paudie. And now the man the book is all about, Rebel himself, Mr. Billy Morgan.
Paudie, I'd have said the same thing to John Logan. I'd say to any goalkeeper, no matter what his sexual persuasion was. You live and learn, but I've learned something tonight, but it's about 30 years too late, Paudie. When Jimmy Dean in there said a while ago that you were nervous to me in the pub, I never thought I'd hear that Paudie Shea would be nervous standing beside a Corkman. And I'd say to Ginny Allen down there behind you, Ginny, going back to whatever year it was, 75, when he gave you a clip down the back of the head, he was really nervous. It's a great privilege for me to be launching my book here in Listowel. After all, Listowel is probably the literary capital, very definitely the literary capital of the country. Producers such writers as John B. Keane, Brian McMahon, and of course the latest and greatest writer, Billy Keane himself. It's also like a privilege for me to be back here because I probably spent one of the happiest years of my life down here. I came down, as Gerald said a while ago, to the races, met the Leahys, they introduced me to Patsy O'Sullivan, and I got a job out in Causeway. And there I met some great characters, none greater than the man over there, Gerald McKenna, who became like a second father to me. You know, looking after me. I remember one occasion, Eamon Donoghue and myself were in Dublin, it was the Railway Cup final I think, and we lost the game the same day, but we stayed on a little bit later. We missed the train anyway. So, ringing Gerald and telling Gerald, look Gerald, I'm stuck in Dublin, I won't be in. And Gerald said, fine, that's fine, look, that's okay, I look after it. But will you be in on Tuesday? We had a very good bunch of teachers out there. I see Gerald White down there, Andy Molyneux, Tom Fitz, and travelling out from the Listowel every day. And coming back, sometimes we would stop in Ballyduff and maybe stop for a pint or two with Gerald. And we just heard him there, really know that, and being enthralled by his stories. And sometimes it was quite late when I got back to the Leahys and Mrs. Leahy. My dinner would be cold and Mrs. Leahy would have thrown it out because I was late because of Gerald. Also around the town, I met, all due respect, Stone Liston, I met the original bomber, Eamon O'Connor, who probably became my best friend in Listowel, and we had many good times. It's also a privilege for me to be launching my book here among old foes. And I use the word foe rather than enemy. I think there's something honourable about the word foe. And people who don't know the game often think that we're, you know, Cork and Kerry, that we're mortal enemies, but they do not realise that this rivalry or being foes or whatever, it develops admiration and it develops respect that lasts down through the years. And it's great for me to see fellas here tonight, even the three boys who became the first fellas to be barred in Billy Morgan's pub that are here. it's absolutely tremendous. Jimmy spoke about playing with Munster, and it was actually a great privilege for us to be playing with those great teams. And I remember one year, I was actually dropped. Paudie Manny was picked in the River Cup final, and sitting, Dinny and Jimmy Barr were in the forwards with Sheehy and Ger Power and all these fellas, and it was just a pleasure to sit and watch that team. And I know that Dinny and Jimmy were absolutely delighted to play with them. Really, that's all I have to say. I'm delighted to be back in Listowel. Somebody told me 40 years ago, and it was 40 years ago that I left here, that I'd be back here 40 years later launching a book. I'd have told them they were mad. I can't thank the people enough, particularly the Leahys. It was great to meet Ty tonight. The other boys are away, obviously, and Mr. and Mrs. Leahy are gone. But they were so kind to me, and the people around the store, it was absolutely marvellous. So I thank you all for coming. I thank Sean for launching the book. Sean and myself go back a good bit. When he was teaching in Brendan's, I was teaching in Sully's Key, and we came across with school teams. I think one another with school teams and stuff like that. I thank Billy for writing the book. We had a great time together. I'd be quite lonely too, Bill. So again, I thank you most sincerely, all of you, for coming out here tonight. It's absolutely brilliant for me. Thanks very much.